Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the MLB slate on DraftKings for Friday, September the 21st. Sorry for no video yesterday, guys. I got home late. I was out doing stuff Wednesday night. Wasn't able to make a video for Thursday. But we're back to break down this 14-game MLB slate on Friday. Definitely have a loaded pitching slate, but it's definitely a slate we're going to have to talk about the expensive options because a few of them probably aren't going to be playable. But we do have DeGrom, Cole, Sale, Marquez, and Bauer all pitching on this slate. Got a lot of mid-tier plays as well. You got Greinke, Hill, Barrios, Bumgarner, Luis Castillo. Definitely a lot of options on this slate, a lot of ways we can go. We'll be sure to go through it all, talk about the pitchers I like, the batters I like, the stacks I'm going to be targeting, and we'll go over BVP plays at the end. But before we do get started, guys, would really appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video. Definitely does mean a lot. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Also would really appreciate that. We did hit 10,000 subscribers yesterday, which is just absolutely insane. I want to thank every single one of you who have subscribed. 10,000 subscribers is a crazy milestone. Looking forward to just continue to grow this channel, make it as big as I can possibly get it. Hopefully we'll reach 15K soon, 20K, just continue to grow. That's the goal. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at this 14-game MLB slate. Jacob deGrom, our most expensive pitcher today. He has a matchup on the road versus the Nationals. And I don't think I'm going to have a ton of exposure to deGrom today. I will have some exposure, especially in tournaments, like if I make a lot of lineups. Obviously, I'm not just going to full fade deGrom, but I don't feel like he's going to be the guy that I'm really heavy on today. I think we can go a little bit cheaper from deGrom and find guys with similar upside that could possibly outscore him. The guy that sticks out to me is German Marquez. Marquez is nearly $2,000 cheaper than deGrom, and this is a guy that has shown a ton of upside, especially as of late. Marquez has been pitching great, other than his last start against the Giants, where he struggled, only 9.5 DK points. Marquez, before that outing, was racking up a ton of fantasy points, was just really consistent, getting strikeouts, just has been pitching really good ball as of late. He's in another good spot here. He's facing a Diamondbacks team that does have some strikeouts in its lineup. The game's going to be played in Chase Field, not going to be pitching in Coors Field, which obviously is good for Marquez. It's going to be 97 degrees, but the roof should be closed, and that should also favor Marquez as well. I just really like him here. There are strikeouts in this lineup where he can rack up some Ks. He did just face the Diamondbacks at home 2 starts ago, pitched really well, 7 innings, only allowed 6 hits, 1 run, got 11 strikeouts. Love Marquez here. I think he could possibly get 30 to 35 DK points, and he could easily outscore deGrom for nearly $2,000 cheaper. So Marquez, I feel like he's going to be the pitcher I have the most exposure to today. Garrett Cole, I'm probably not going to play at 12K. I'd rather play deGrom over Garrett Cole, and I'd rather go down from Cole to Marquez. Chris Sale's only going to throw about 60 pitches, so I don't think we can play him. Even against Cleveland, I probably wasn't going to play Sale to begin with. And Trevor Bauer has a tough matchup against the Red Sox, and he is also coming off the DL, so I think Bauer is a fade as well today. Bauer and Sale are easily going to be faded. I won't have any exposure to them at all. Cole I might sprinkle in, but won't have much. Marquez, I'll have plenty of. Love Marquez here. I'll have a sprinkle of deGrom, but Marquez is the expensive guy that I really like today. But then looking at the mid-tier plays, if you're not going to pay up for one of the stud options, you do have some options down in this mid-range. Zach Greinke against the Rockies, I don't think I'm going to be there today. I'd rather just try and get up to Marquez or go down to Rich Hill. I really like Rich Hill against the Padres at home. We know this Padres team just strikes out a ton. Really good spot for Rich Hill. If you want to consider him at 9,500, it's going to be pretty hard to play him with Marquez. But if you don't play Marquez, you need the savings. You can go down to Rich Hill. I do like Rich Hill against the Padres. Luis Castillo, a guy I'm for sure going to have some exposure to today. 8,800 on the road against the Marlins. Good pitcher's park against a bad Marlins team. I definitely like Castillo today. I think he is in play. CC Sabathia, he's the one that really sticks out to me. He's only 7,500, and he gets to face a really bad Baltimore team at home. I really like Sabathia here. I think he does have a lot of upside. We know this is a Baltimore team that strikes out a ton. Sabathia has shown throughout this year that he can get strikeouts at times, especially if it's a good matchup. 8 Ks against Baltimore, 12 Ks against the White Sox, 8 Ks against the Royals. When Sabathia gets the right matchup, he can rack up strikeouts, and this is the right matchup. The Baltimore Orioles are just terrible. They have a ton of strikeouts in their lineup, only a 3.4 implied run total today. Sabathia is a minus 270 favorite, just a great spot for him. Love Sabathia today. Love him as an SP2 option. You pair him with Marquez, and that still leaves you 4K remaining for your bats. So you could definitely fit in some expensive bats if you go with these two pitchers and use them on DK. So I like Marquez, like Sabathia. Other pitching options we could possibly consider that are down here in this cheap range. Wei Chen, I think, is always playable when he's at home. He's 6,800 here. You look at Wei Chen's home and road splits just when it comes to fantasy points. At home this year, Wei Chen is averaging 18 DraftKings points. On the road, averaging 2 DraftKings points. So definitely can play Wei Chen when he is at home. He just always pitches well at home. Don't really know why. It's a great pitcher's park, so maybe that's one of the reasons why. Chen at 6,800 is a value option that you could possibly consider. He's probably the only value play I'd go to. Maybe Joe Ross at 5,500, but I don't love that. But Ross is very cheap, and he's facing the Mets, so I feel like I definitely need to mention him. But I think that's it for pitcher. Let's go ahead and look at the bats for today. We'll start off at second base. Absolutely love Whit Merrifield today. I do like the Royals, especially as a stack. Versus Liriano. Liriano is just not good. I stack against him a ton, especially when he's pitching against a team that does have some good righties. And the Royals, surprisingly, do actually have some good righties, especially that have power. You got Merrifield, who has power and speed. Mondesi has shown some power this year. Bonifacio is not the most great power hitter, but he does have a little bit of power. Hunter Dozier has some power. You could definitely stack the Royals here. I don't know why, but on Fantasy Labs there isn't a projected lineup out just yet. I'd imagine it's going to be like Merrifield, Mondesi, Gordon, Dozier, just the normal lineup they run out. And if it is the normal lineup, then I do like a Royal stack today. Love Merrifield at 4,800, one of my favorite plays overall on this slate. The next play, shortstop. Definitely like this Texas game between the Rangers and the Mariners. Nearly a 11 total here. Right now it's at 10.6 implied total for this game. There is some rain here. We do want to watch that. Right now it looks like there's going to be rain in this game. Obviously, if the game's going to have really bad weather, then we'll probably want to get off some of these hitters. But if the game's going to be played, or if it looks like it can be played, you got a 5 implied run total for the Rangers and a 5.6 implied run total for the Mariners. I like a game stack here. Love Gene Segura. He really sticks out to me at 4,300, batting second for this Mariners team with a high total today. Segura, I know he hasn't been that great lately. Just hasn't been that consistent, but he's still a good hitter, has some power, has some speed. Facing a bad pitcher, Connor Sandensdeck. I don't even know who this guy is. Obviously, with the 5.6 implied run total against him, he can't be that good. And pitching in Texas is not going to help him at all either. So I like the Mariners bats here, like Segura, 4,300. Also really like Nelson Cruz. He seems a little underpriced at 4,600. Should be batting right behind Segura, so you get a little mini stack here going with Segura and Cruz. And Nelly Cruz, we know this guy just has a ton of power, 36 home runs this year. Would not be surprised if he adds to this total. Love Cruz, love Segura, love a Mariner stack. Like a Rangers stack as well versus a Erasmo Ramirez. Ramirez is definitely a guy I do like to pick on, so Chu, Odor, Andrus, Mazzara. These guys are for sure in play for me today, and their prices are actually pretty reasonable. 4,600 for Chu, 4,200 for Odor, Andrus 3,500. I expect him to be one of the more popular shortstops on this slate, along with Segura. Just a lot of value in this game, high total. You definitely want to target it. But yeah, guys, these are my 5 plays for today. Herman Marquez, CC Sabathia, Whit Merrifield, Gene Segura, and Nelly Cruz. Now let's quickly go over some stacks I like. We'll talk about BVP plays as well at the end. So I like a game stack here. Rangers, Mariners, already mentioned that. Really like the Royals today. Only a 4.4 implied run total. Don't expect them to be too popular. I like the Royals versus Liriano. Then some other stacks we could possibly consider. The Yankees, one of the highest totals on this slate, or right now actually the highest total. 5.7 runs versus Jeffrey Ramirez. In Yankee Stadium, the Yankees are for sure a stack you can go to. If you're not going to pay up for pitcher and you can fit in an expensive stack, then they're a stack you can definitely consider. But those are really the stacks I'm going to be heavy on. I don't think I'm going to be on you got the Astros with a 4.8 total versus Heaney. I might sprinkle in the Astros, but they're not going to gain a ton of exposure for me. It's going to be that Rangers-Mariners game. It's definitely going to be the Yankees, if I can get the Yankees in. The Royals, especially for a cheap stack. Maybe some Dodgers versus Eric Lauer you could go to, especially as sort of a late-night hammer stack. anytime the Dodgers are facing a bad lefty, I do like considering them. So possibly the Dodgers, but they're another team I don't think I'm going to be too heavy on today. So I think that is it for stacks. Let's go ahead and look at BVP for this 14-game slate. A lot of BVP plays, so I'll just cover the ones with about a 20 to 25 at-bat sample, so that way I can keep it short. Bryce Harper, he's gone 10 for 28 with 2 home runs off of Jacob deGrom. JD Martinez, 9 for 22 with the home run against Trevor Bauer. Francisco Lindor, 10 for 22 with a home run off of Chris Sale. Let's see, Josh Donaldson, 8 for 31, 4 home runs against Chris Sale. Adam Rosales, I don't think he'll be in the lineup, but he's gone 7 for 20 with 3 home runs off of Chris Sale. Odubel Herrera, 8 for 32, 3 home runs against Julio Teheran. Paul Goldschmidt, 10 for 23, 4 home runs off of Marquez. David Peralta, 11 for 26 with a home run off of Marquez. Matt Holliday, 9 for 31, 2 home runs against Greinke. Carlos Gonzalez, 16 for 54, 5 home runs against Greinke. And lastly, Trevor Story, he's gone 11 for 35 with 5 home runs off of Zach Greinke. So that's it for BVP, and I think that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, and hopefully it did help you. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. Would really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe down below. And if you do have any questions, you can always hit me up on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT, or feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And good luck tonight on this 14-game slate. Peace.